As the aftersh sent ks of pl euro at sure subs, dead, Jungkook.pu et out, ko at sing bes, to him. They l at y there in dot silence, the rh euro at vy with the sc euro nt of s euro x and sweat. Taeyoung ro et over, pr degree ping himself up on his elbow to dot look at Jungkook. Who st at red b at ck at him with am, x of sat, dollar faction and dot war, ness. Well, Taeyoung murmured, a small smile dot playing on his l, ps, I guess this changes things, dot Jungkook nodded, his eyes searching Taeyoung's face. I guess it does, he said, his voice gruff. They l at y there be our euro at thing gr at dually returning to dot normal, as the real, tie of what had just happened began dot to s, and k in. The $10 ion between them had. Feeded, them were fed into something new and unchanged at root. Taeyoung felt a strange s euro nse of peace, his ager and dot res euro meant dis dollar, patang in the face of this r at w, primal dot con euro tie-in. He r euro at chet out, tr at sing Jungkook's j at w with dot his f, ing euro tips. I never knew you wanted me, he dot whispered. Jungkook's eyes d at rk euro ned, and he l euro at ned in, that c at tuing Taeyoung's m wath in a gentle key. I've dot wanted you for a long time, he admitted. The confession hung in the air, th, ck and potent like the s cent euro nt of their pa ion. Taeyoung f euro lt his heart flutter at dot the admi ion, his b a dy still humming with the aftermet th dot of their ank bunter. He pu ed Jungkook cl a dollar. N euro ding the w at rmth and sol, ness of him to incentore him dot in this new reality. They key ed again, sl a wer this time, as if savoring the t at ste of each other, the feel of their dot b a d, es fitting t a g euro there. Jungkook's h at ndtr at, led d a wn Taeyoung's b at ck, his to f, ing euro rsl euro at vinga tr at il of phi in their w at ko. Taeyoung. V euro red, his b a dycr at ving more of Jungkook's dot t yuk. He ro et over, str at dling Jungkook's h, ps, and began to m v again. His own. Pi d euro ning l euro ngthsl, ding ag at, nst Jungkook's st, ll dollar, tiv sk, n Jungkook gr at ned, his eyes gl at z dot with lst, and r euro at ched for the lb. This time, it was Taeyoung who took c ntral, taking Jungkook's csn k in his h at nd and gu, ding it ins, to him. The feeling was different now, more into m at te. Jungkook's eyes never left Taeyoung's as he pu head in, watching for any sign of pa, n or disc to Greenfort. Taeyoung l euro at ned down, key ing him sftly, his b dy adjuting to the new sin at tie-in. I've got you, Jungkook murmured. His voice a s thing be at lm to Taeyoung's ra sent ing thoughts. And with that, he began to move, his h, ps. $ing to m euro t Jungkook's, setting a rhythm that was all their own. There be a d euro sm of ved in perfect snnc, there be our euro at thm, ing as they key addition Taeyoung felt a w at rmth spr euro at d through him, not just from the fr, sent tie-in of there be a d euro s, but from something d euro per, something that transcended their riv at lry. Jungkook's hands were everywhere, car euro sing, soothing, cl at, ming. Taeyoung's own h at ndsx red Jungkook's ch euro dollar t, his at b dollar, his n euro ck, his shoulders. He could feel Jungkook's heart beat undaying in time with his own, as to euro at dy beat that matched the rhnTHM of their l of m at king. As there at sent head the p euro at k together, Taeyoung f euro lta ruh of m tie-ins he hadn't expected. Ple at dollar euro, yes, but also a s euro any of belonging, of rightness. Jungkook Sam's t, gh to euro net ar, und him, holding him clse. As if he never wanted to let go. And in that moment, Taeyoung realized that maybe, just maybe, their riv at lry. Had been am at sk for something else and, rely. Something r at w and beautiful that had been h, den. Ben euro at th lion airs of anger and competition. They l at y there, p at ting and sp euro nt, the only sound in the are m the soft ru tli of the euro ts. Jungkook's h at ndm ved to cr at dli the b at ck of Taeyoung's head, his thumb tr at sing l at zy circles on his skn. I never knew it could be like this, Taeyoung murmured, his voice ho at rse. Jungkook chuckled, the sound rmbing through his ch euro st me neither, he adm, Ted. They st it yed like that for a while, there be a d, est at ngled t g euro there, the we, ght of their confi ions settling at ar und them. Taeyoung's mind ra sent ed with questions. And fay at rs about what this meant for their friendship, but for their riv at lry. But for now, he pu $head those thoughts. Aside. Choosing instead to be a $k in the w at rmth and safety of Jungkook's amber at ce. As sleep began to claim him, he whispered, thank you. Jungkook's reply was a gentle $k, $s to his forehead, a promise that this was just the beginning of a new chapter in their NSY relationship. The next morning, the sun streamed in through the windows, casting a W at RMGL a W over the rumpled bureau D. Jungkook was already up, Dre Ed, and brewing coffee. In the kitchen. Taeyoung Euro ridged from the bedroom, feeling a little self-conscious in his oversized t-shirt. Jungkook turned, his eyes SW Euro ping over Taeyoung with a hooger that made him blush. Good morning, he said, his voice low and seductive. Taeyoung p at deaded over to him, wr at ping his ams to ar, vund Jungkook's wa, st from behind. Jungkook l euro at ned back into the amber at ce, his h at nds coming up. To cup Taehyung's face, turning it so they could key $. It was a sweet euro ender moment that belied the euro read a pa ion of the night before. As they ku apart, Taeyoung whispered, what now? Jungkook's expression grew serious, his thumbs. Tr at sing the line of Taeyoung's j at wi now, he said, we figure out what this means. They sat at the small kitchen table, the scent of coffee. Permeating the air. Jungkook's hand found Taeyoung's. Uter the table, their ing euro rs losent ing together. The silence. Was comfortable, a stark contrast to the 10 ion that had always been present between them. They really talked, for the first time in what euro lt like. Forever. They discussed their feelings, their fay at rs, and what they wanted from each other. As the morning grew later, the conversation grew more. Euro at Ted. They argued about the future, about whether. They could balance their friendship and this newfound at tie-in without letting it ruin what they had. But amidst the Oneshot words, there was an euro rl yen a current of understanding, a silent acknowledgement that they couldn't deny what had happened. It was a dance of wills, a negotiation of hearts. Finally, Jungkook stood, pulling Taeyoung to his feet. We can't solve this with words, he said, his voice firm. He euro d Taeyoung back to the bedroom, sing the door behind them. The air was charged with anticipation. As they faced each other, there be d euro s mere incentives ap at rt. Jungkook euro at chet out, cupping Taeyoung's cheek, and euro at net in for a key $. That was equal parts euro rce and g euro ental. It was a key that spoke of hooger, of euro d, of a con euro tie-in that neither of them could deny. Their clfsf euro ll.
Aww.
At y once more, rev euro at ling the beauty. Of their into, ned forms. Jungkook p, sent ked Taeyoung up. Again, this time pl at sent ing him g euro ntly on the b euro d, he cr at led ov euro r him, his eyes never l euro at ving Taeyoung's, as if trying to read the secrets hidden in his soul. Taeyoung's heart p, undate in his ch euro st, a mix of. Excitement and neves. He knew that this moment would. Change everything, that there was no going back. And. As Jungkook pu head into him, he realized that maybe, just maybe, that was exactly what he wanted. There be a d euro sm of ved in a SNMPH a New York of pa ion, each str and Taekook speaking volumes of what they hadn't yet put into words. Jungkook was g euro ental, almost. Rev euro rent, as if Taeyoung was something to be cherished. Taeyoung cling to him. His nails ing into Jungkook's back as he lost himself in the feeling of being so completely condolerumed. The world outside the Bureau drm faded away, leaving only the two of them and the euro rce, unspoken love that had been euro ring ben euro at the surface for so long. As they euro at shed their max together, Taeyoung f euro lt a t euro at our sl, pd w and his cheek. It was a strange mix of ef. And joy, a recognition that perhaps this was where they were always meant to be. Jungkook pu et out, see at sing beside him, there be a d-euro-s dusty, sent ky with sweat. They at y there, p at nt yang, their hearts be euro at ting in time. Taeyong ro et over, looking into Jungkook's eyes, searching for answers. Jungkook took a d-euro pbr euro at th, his chest h euro at ving. I don't know what this means, he admitted, his voice raed with emotion. But I know I don't want to lse you. Taeyang ch euro tt, ght euro net at the words. He knew the feeling all too well. Then we'll figure it out, he said, his voice firm. Together. They at y there, into, Ned in each other's ams, the sun streaming through the windows and casting patterns on the wall. It was a moment of peace, a brief repper eaved from the strm that was sure to come. But for now, in the quiet of the morning, all that mattered was the undaying of their hearts and the feel of their sk, and pre-ed together. They had crow ed a line, and there was no turning back. Their relationship had shifted, evolving from enum, es to lovers in the sp at n of a single night. The future was uncertain, fr at aught with pot euro initial d at ing euro rs and complications. But as they held each other, ba king in the afterglow of their love, they knew one thing for sure, they couldn't ignore the con euro tie-in that had drawn them g euro there. They had to face the consequences of their ascent tie-ins, but for now, they were content to be $k in the present. The days that followed were a delicate dance of pa ion and c at yushin. They stulu moments together whenever they could, their ank enters a secret shared only by the two of them. Taeyong found himself looking at Jungkook differently, the way he ved, the way he talked, the way he laughed. Every little detail was a new discovery, a tr euro at sure to be cherished. Jungkook, too, was different. The shh at rp euro dg euro s of his personality had been sm fed over, rev euro at ling a vulnero r ability that Taeyong had never seen before. Their riv at lry didn't disappear entirely, it m euro r euro ly took on a new form. It was no longer about tearing each other down, but about puhing each other to be better. They competed in the bedroom as fi euro silly as they did in the bow at rudroom. Each str, ving to outdo the other in pl euro at sure in love. And in those moments of int euro nsc pa ion, all the tens, on of their days melted away, leaving only the heat of their day re. But the world outside their priv at tes at n centuri was not so forgiving. Spurs and rumors began to circulate, and soon, the reality of their situation became too much to ignore. They had to decide whether to come clean or to keep their relationship a secret. Forever hidden from the prying eyes of their colleagues and friends. The tens, on gr euro w, a storm cloud on the horizon, thr euro at tending to bust and dr euro nch them in sc at dal. One evening, as they at yt at gled in the sheets, the Jungkook took a d euro pbr euro at th, we can't keep this a secret forever, he said, his voice he at vy with the we, ght out of their situation. Taeyong nodded, his heart ra sent ing. He knew Jungkook was right. They had to face the music, no matter how much it fied him. We'll do it together, he murmured, our euro at ching for Jungkook's hand. Whatever happens, we'll face it as a team. Jungkook euros at his hand, a small smile playing on his ps always, he said, and euro at net in for a key dollar that spoke of promise and hope. They had no idea what the future held, but in that moment, all that mattered was the love they shared. They had crow ed a line, and there was no going back. But as they at y there be a d euro s into Ned, they knew that they were ready to face whatever came next, hand in hand, heart to heart.